Kenny, Roy is I think second all time in the ACC in terms of winning percentage on the road. Why do you think that is? And obviously, I know he's had great teams. What specific to the road has enabled his teams to be so good?
And we just always believe we can win, no matter where we're at. And he'll tell you that we could be Chapel Hill, Alaska. No matter where we're at, we just believe we can win. And we follow that up with our play on the court. And a lot of the players go into it. Coach goes into it. I don't know. He just instills in us that we do. If we do what he asks us to do, then we'll have a chance at the end. He's done that pretty much his whole career.
When you go to Michigan, when you go to Pittsburgh, when you go to State, it's packed houses, sellout crowds. Does that energy does that help? Even though it's supposed to help the home team.
It depends. Everywhere we go, we always have a little fan section, so that helps us a little bit. But it definitely doesn't help when that team's on a run and they're cheering as loud as they can against you. But it's like I said, we always have that fan section. Even at State, at the end of the game, it was a Tar Heels chant. So we always have some kind of support everywhere we go.
What do you guys need to do tomorrow to be successful?
We got to hit the boards harder than we have all year. Coach always says if we win the rebound battle, then the chances are we'll come out on top of that game. And I think it's shown this season for the most part. But if we hit the boards like we're supposed to, both ways. And I think we'll put ourselves in a great position to come out on top.
Do you guys pay attention to coaches all the time, like maybe you did after the Louisville game when things went awry? I mean, is there a better attention span, or is it the same? I'm sure you think it's the same all the time, but
after games like Louisville, there's definitely more focus, more attention paid to the coach. It should be the same all the time, but it's just human nature for you to get a little complacent if you get a little bit of success, like the win at State. And I think you guys know the coach told you those practices after leading into Louisville were really bad. So we had to refocus and get our attention back. And I think we've done a pretty good job in the practices that we've had since the Louisville game. And we just got to keep getting better and keep climbing them out.
Why don't you shoot more?
Honestly, man, this has been a question I've gotten since high school. Honestly, I don't like taking bad shots and I don't like forcing anything. So, I don't like to get outside of myself either. So I'm not gonna try to break my guy down and go one-on-one. I'm really good coming off of screens and set shots. I don't really like to get outside of that. If I have to, I will, but I just don't like forcing things. I don't like taking bad shots. And the coaches will tell us if we're taking bad shots in games when they're doing the grades, and I really hate when my name's on that list. So it's that's all it is. I don't really like forcing anything, or I just try to get the best shot. And if the best shot is my shot, then I'll take it. But if I think there's a better shot, then I'll try to get it to that person.
It seems like you passed up some good shots though. Do you feel that? Can you see that on film as well?
Yeah, I think so. And it's all about rhythm. If I don't feel the rhythm, then I probably won't shoot it. And there's a lot of things that go into it. If it's early in the shot clock, for example, coach will stress not taking that shot. So, like I said, it's all about trying to get a better shot. And, I do think I need to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end going forward, because I think it'll just help out everybody else. But, I'm just trying to find my spot still. So, I'm just letting it come to me, to be honest. that's just how I play, man.
More shots seem to be going in now than they did at the beginning of the season. Are you more confident in your shot?
Nothing's changed. It's just more going in, and I think going forward more will go in than they have been lately. You know, it's just I'm not. My mindset hasn't changed. I haven't changed anything. It's just like I've been over this before. It's just a matter of the shots going in, and you know, like I said, I think as we go forward, more will go in. And, you know, nobody's lost confidence in me. It's just, the ball just wasn't going in.
Kenny, I don't remember the matchups last year. Did you ever have to guard Chris Likes one-on-one?
I didn't, but I know he had a big game against us, and you know, I think Joel took on that challenge well, and you know, I had a challenge in myself in guarding Lonnie Walter. I mean, he was a load in itself, so you know, I had to really focus on myself, but I didn't guard Chris at all one-on-one.
Kenny, what's your thoughts on the team 4 games into ACC play? Obviously, you have some really good wins and that disappointing loss to Louisville. What do you feel like this team is at right now in ACC?
I don't think we're at where we want to be. We've got a lot of work to do, but you know, that's all the season is about, building up your play to wanting to play your best in March. And you know, of course, the loss to Louisville was disappointing with it being at home and losing by 20. But you know, sometimes you have to go through things like that to really wake your team up and get a reality check, and I think that's what that was. And you know, we're going to do everything we can to keep that from happening again.
Why would you like to talk to the media? Why in the world would you like to talk to the media?
Come on, man, you guys are my friends. You know, it's not necessarily. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't like talking to you after a 9 o'clock game because I want to go get in bed. But you know, I've had one class today, so I had no problem coming here and talking to you guys right now.
What's been up with Brandon Robinson? He's been kind of coming into his own as of late. What's been up with him?
It's coming around, man. His game is coming around, and I think that happens a lot for guys here. You know, he stayed the course for 2 years, and you know, he's seeing his work that he's been putting in come to fruition. And you know, I told him the other night, man. I told him, man, I'm so happy for you, just because of, I know the last 2 years hasn't been easy on him, and to see him come out and play with the confidence that he played in the other night, man, it was great to see. I was so happy for him, and you know, it's just starting to click for him, and you know, guys put in work, guys will work, and you know, it won't always happen right away, right when they want to, but you know, it's funny that B-Rob has always made an impact, some kind of impact in all the big games. So you know, and that's all that is, man. It's just the work that he's been putting in is starting to come around.
Did you ever talk to him? Because you kind of went through that, like, initial first season wasn't exactly what all you wanted it to be either. Did you ever like pull him aside and be like, stay the course, it's gonna come just like it came for me?
Not really, because I know he had multiple people in his ear, but no, I think I was kind of an example for him. I'm sure one of our coaches used me as an example because you know, we kind of had the same start to our careers the first year, not really playing as much as we wanted to. So you know, like I said, I did text him and just told him how it made me feel to see him play as well as he's playing so far this year.
Kenny, how do you think Sterling has dealt with his injury problem he's had? I know you're somebody who's dealt with injuries in your time in Carolina. Do you like talk to him about that and try to encourage him, or is he just a guy that's kind of, you don't really have to talk to him about that kind of stuff?
I don't really think I got to talk to him. You know, you always want to see where their head's at, but I think his head's still with the team. It's not anywhere. He's not distraught or anything like that. I mean, you know, at halftime and timeouts, you might see him talking to guys. He even talks to me sometimes and just trying to pick me up and get me to pick my play up. So I think he's taking it on well, and you know, he's just trying to do everything he can to get on the court.
What do you think Nasir can take away from his 11-point performance? Is that obviously a confidence boost, but what else do you think do for him and for the team? And what do you need from him?
I think it showed him what kind of player he could be for the rest of the season. I mean, he had 11 points in one half. So, and that's what I told him in the middle of the game. I think he got an and one when he drove it left, finished with his left hand. And he was going to celebrate, and at the end I said, that's the knob we want. And, you know, I've been telling him that since state. I was just like, go out there, you're a big-time player, so go be Nas, go be that big-time player. And, you know, it took him a little while, but I think he's starting to get it. I think he got it in that second half. And, you know, from now on, he can just build on that. He can always use that as a reference point to see how well he can play. And, you know, just use that as a confidence builder.
What do you think he needs to do from like a basketball standpoint to kind of replicate that and be more efficient?
Just
Score
be
better?
aggressive.
Aggressive.
You know, I think he has been settling for jump shots a little bit. And you guys saw he got into the paint and he did his work in that second half. And, you know, that's where you can see where he can do his damages in the paint. You know, he can shoot the ball. But, you know, I think when it comes to his shooting, I think it should be more catch and shoot. I'm not going to pigeonhole him. I'm not going to tell him to do one thing or the other. But I think he does all his damage in the paint. And, you know, if he continues to attack the paint like he did in the second half the other night, I think he can do a lot of damage going on the rest of the season.
Kenny, circling back to Roy on the road, Danny Green let the cat out of the bag a decade ago about the stealing the Brownies thing on the road. And then Harrison Barnes made a big deal about it back in the 2012 team. Does he still use that as a motivation?
Oh yeah, he doesn't want to say it,
Yeah.
but he definitely uses it. He said it at least 3 times this year. So that's really his thing.
The first time you heard that, what was your thought?
I don't know, man. Honestly I can't remember that far back, but I probably didn't think too much of it. I was just like, okay, I was probably a little pumped up, you know, a little freshman, but now it's like second nature to me now, man. I look forward to hearing that because I know it comes around right when we start ACC play, because those are the road games that really mean the most.
I saw on Tuesday on the bench after a big play, you, Kobe, maybe a couple other players were doing this. Is that a new celebration? Does that mean anything? Is that something that Sealy is the
Man,
move, or
I
what?
don't even know. I don't
I
even
saw
know where it
multiple.
came
A
from.
lot of you guys are doing it.
Yeah, I don't
just
even,
wondering.
I think I saw Licky do it first, and then Nas got another dunk, and I was just like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I honestly don't know where it came from. It's probably a little razor roof thing. Nas especially. Nas is the one that gets up the most. So show your bounce, razor roof, do what you got to do.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks.
Kenny.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.